Alright, so in my previous video, I talked about how Colin Cowherd, Shannon Sharp, and Nick Wright are associated with Clutch Sports, and that is why they have been hyping LeBron as the GOAT for the past decade. But as I said on my video before that, now that Michael Jordan is joining the NBA on NBC crew in 2025, the media will no longer be able to spread their LeBron propaganda and Michael Jordan slander. And now that Colin Cowherd sees the writing on the wall, he changes his tune, which is precisely what I said on my previous video. Here's a quick clip. And Colin Cowherd, name is very fitting by the way, just blows around like the wind wherever the money takes him. Colin has no convictions in life, he has no character. The only thing he cares about is building his career. That's it. He's not loyal, he's insecure, he'll sell you out to get ahead. Okay, so I don't want to say that I'm a modern day prophet, but I think I may be a modern day prophet. Things have started to fall into place pretty much just like I predicted on those videos. I'll leave a link on the outro to both those videos in case you missed them. So why is Colin switching his position? Because, as I said on the clip, Colin blows around like the wind and goes wherever the money takes him. That's what you can expect from people who have no convictions in life. There's no foundation of loyalty. And because Colin recognizes that when Jordan goes to NBC, that he's going to quickly become the most popular NBA figure of the 2025-26 season, even among the youth who used to favor LeBron. Therefore, Colin wants to get on Jordan's good side and will be looking for any possible opportunity to align himself up with Jordan and his global brand. Colin just sees this as smart business because Colin deems people as pawns. He used LeBron for everything he could for a decade, and now that that well is finally drying up, now he's totally flip-flopping his position. Okay, so let's compare some clips of what Colin was saying before Jordan was going to NBC and what he's saying after.
Do players talk about the GOAT conversation, MJ and LeBron?
Oh, all the time. I mean, I literally have this conversation after every game that the Lakers play or if we're watching The Last Dance. And it's definitely in the locker room. I think a lot of guys that are playing in our game right now, current players, will say that LeBron's the best. Obviously, the friends I have are all in their, late 20s, early 30s, so we all agree. But there's always that one friend or that one guy in the locker room that will say Jordan. And it's kind of crazy that some guys will say Jordan.
MJ's always been more popular. That's not even disputable. And I would say about 75 to 80% of the people think MJ's the GOAT, not LeBron.
Always that one friend or that one guy in the locker room that will say Jordan.
75 to 80% of the people think MJ's the GOAT, not LeBron. Well, and I also think LeBron did something. LeBron decided this year, I'm going to lead the league in assists. I've always said LeBron's got a lot of wilt in him. Wilt did that at one point in his career. He said, I'm going to lead the league in assists, and Wilt led the league in assists. Is that Wilt could have done, Wilt was a little bit of a flake, LeBron's not. But he's done something recently. I saw yesterday where he picked up his $52.6 million Laker option. And in the press release, well, LeBron wants to win titles. Well, then you can't pick up the option. You can't play for $52 million. It's a hard cap now. No owner's going to blow through it. Wilt was a little bit of a flake. LeBron's not. So, first of all, he got into that silly ring debate about 2 weeks ago where he talked about something that he didn't truly believe, which is the ring culture. It's overemphasized. Wilt was a little bit of a flake. LeBron's not. And then a piece of video emerged of LeBron saying after he won in Cleveland, hey, that ring, I think, make me the greatest of all time. Well, I thought the ring culture's overemphasized. Rings matter to everybody, including LeBron, and he knows it. Wilt was a little bit of a flake. LeBron's not. Wilt and LeBron are really the only players in my life who could just decide, oh, we're forwards and centers. We want to be the best passer in the league. And Michael couldn't do that. He's not as popular as MJ. The numbers we remember about Michael are 6 for 6. And Michael couldn't do that. And Michael is considered the GOAT by a lot of people, including some notable people like a Phil Jackson. And that's just the reality of it. And Michael couldn't do that. Michael needed Scotty and Phil. LeBron just needs a ball. He won with a wing, he won with a point guard, he won with a big, he won with 4 different coaches. Is that Michael needed things to work, or he couldn't even get to the finals. LeBron doesn't need anything. Who's the best ever? I don't really care. They're different players totally. Kobe was more Michael. LeBron's more Magic. I don't care. In the Michael Jordan-LeBron debate, here's 3 things you can no longer argue because they're like facts and stuff. LeBron's going to take his 5th head coach to the finals. Michael could never take a 2nd head coach to the finals. Who's the best ever? I don't really care. They're different players totally. LeBron's going to take his 3rd team, 3rd franchise to the finals. Michael Jordan couldn't win half his games with his 2nd team. Who's the best ever? I don't really care. They're different players totally.
Can I throw this in? This is engineered by Michael, who remains a grudge holder and incredibly petty. And the reason he okayed use of certain footage to ESPN, because after LeBron beat the Warriors, there were real discussions that LeBron's better than MJ.
He okayed
and
it the next day.
Suddenly.
He okayed it the day after the parade.
Yep.
Who's the best ever? I don't really care. They're different players totally.
And now, as LeBron gets ready to set the record, this is not coincidental. Michael is petty. He's a grudge holder. He still holds a grudge to Isaiah Thomas. Who the F cares anymore about that?
Charles Barkley, who used to be his best friend.
This seems more like a Lifetime podcast between a couple of gossiping women.
Michael is petty. He's a grudge holder. He still holds a grudge to Isaiah Thomas. Who the F cares anymore about that?
Charles Barkley, who used to be his best friend.
You go, girl.
There have been moments where I feel like LeBron's not being totally honest with us, like the whole ring culture argument. It's like LeBron, Wilt was a little bit of a flake. LeBron's not. LeBron's not being totally honest with us. Wilt was a little bit of a flake. LeBron's not. Also, you can't tell me it's about winning when you take the max. Wilt was a little bit of a flake. LeBron's not. He's had a great career. He should not be dictating any terms at this point. Michael's much more popular. His shoes still leading sellers. They're like collector's items, and they still sell. And so the reality is that debate was silly. It was projection. Michael needed Scottie and Phil. LeBron just needs a ball. And so the reality is that debate was silly. It was projection. He won with a wing. He won with a point guard. He won with a big. He won with 4 different coaches. Is that Michael needed things to work, or he couldn't even get to the finals. LeBron doesn't need anything. That debate was silly. It was projection. And so you're going to have to pay LeBron, and he's opting in for $52.6 million. So, again, what is it? Are you about winning? Because I've seen Ohtani take pay cuts, and Josh Allen and Tom Brady and Tim Duncan and Jalen Brunson. That's about winning. Tom did it for winning. He was the best quarterback in the world, and he kept taking pay cuts. And LeBron's about winning. Nah, Brady was about winning.
It's not over. I'm not writing them off. Anything can happen here in the next 3-4 days. Let's go out and get some guys and get the Lakers back in contention where LeBron needs to be.
Look at that face Colin made when Jason said the Lakers need to find some pieces to contend with LeBron. And listen to Colin's condescending laugh.
Lakers back in contention where LeBron.
That laugh lets you know Colin has been just blowing smoke about LeBron his entire career at Fox.
Back in contention where LeBron.
So anyway, this was just a short video. I wanted to highlight some clips of Colin's phoniness and how he contradicts himself. And this is just the beginning. This season hasn't even started yet. Once we get into the season, Colin's going to be tripping himself up every week, and I'll be clipping all of it for future videos. Watch how he kisses up to everything Jordan does on NBC. He wants to get in good with Jordan because he hopes there will be an opportunity to work with him in the future. He wants to try to use Jordan the same way he used LeBron for the last decade. This guy is definitely not a real journalist, just a two-faced opportunist. So anyways, that's about it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. God bless.
Let's go out and get some guys and get the Lakers back in contention where LeBron needs to be.